Impeachment inquiry has produced its first American resignation. Reports say the State Department's special envoy for Ukraine has quit. He was mentioned in a whistleblower's complaint against President Donald Trump. A top Ukrainian official has also resigned. CD10's Toby Muse has the latest.
Kurt Volker reportedly offered his resignation as special envoy to Ukraine Friday. He is mentioned in that bombshell whistleblower complaint that's led to a congressional impeachment inquiry. Volker is reported to have arranged contacts between US President Donald Trump's lawyer and Ukrainian officials in an effort to investigate Joe Biden and his son Hunter, who served on the board of a Ukrainian gas company during the time Joe Biden was vice president. The elder Biden is now a leading candidate to challenge Trump in next year's presidential election. Volker is among 5 State Department officials scheduled to give depositions to Congress in the coming days, as Democrats signal they intend to move quickly with their impeachment investigation.
We know there are many other witnesses to this conduct that we need to bring in. We know that he had others involved in this scheme as well, including Rudy Giuliani. And so we've already begun reaching out to witnesses. We're going to be noticing depositions or interviews as soon as next week. We're going to hold hearings as soon as we can.
Congressional leaders have also issued a subpoena for Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to submit documents related to Ukraine. Rudy Giuliani, Trump's personal lawyer, accused of being in the middle of attempts to put pressure on Ukraine, called the Democratic investigation a sad joke and said he's not worried he could also face a subpoena.
No, I'm not concerned about my future. What I did is perfectly lawful, perfectly legal.
The whistleblower's complaint at the heart of the investigation accuses President Trump of abusing his office by soliciting Ukraine to interfere in domestic politics by investigating the Bidens. Much of the charge relates to a July phone call between Trump and Ukraine's president. Trump is also accused of withholding congressionally appropriated military aid for Ukraine, pending action by the Kiev government. Trump has said he's done nothing wrong, calling his phone call perfect. As for the prospects for impeachment, polls show Americans split, though there's been a spike in support for impeachment since the Ukraine controversy came to light. After the investigation, the House of Representatives, controlled by opposition Democrats, will have to decide whether to vote for impeachment. If passed, it would then be up to the Senate whether to remove the president from office. Right now, with Trump's Republican Party holding a majority there, that would seem an unlikely scenario. Toby Muse, CGTN, Washington.
Trump spotted leaving the White House Saturday to play golf in the wake of damning reports, including from the Washington Post. According to the paper, in the Oval Office, Trump told Russian officials in 2017 he wasn't concerned about Moscow's interference in the 2016 election because the U.S. did the same in other countries. The report says a memorandum summarizing the meeting was limited to a few officials with the highest security clearances in an attempt to keep the president's comments from being disclosed publicly. U.S. media also reporting the White House limited access to transcripts of some of Trump's calls with foreign leaders, including talks with the Saudi Crown Prince and with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. On Twitter Saturday, posting in all caps, "Keep America great, make America great again, presidential harassment."
The president must be held accountable. No one is above the law.
On Tuesday, Democrats launched an impeachment inquiry into Trump after a summary of a phone call between the U.S. president and Ukraine's leader revealed Trump asked the Ukrainian president to look into Trump's top Democratic rival, Joe Biden. The call, part of a whistleblower complaint that accuses Trump of using the power of his office to solicit interference from a foreign country in the 2020 U.S. election. On Friday, the White House confirmed that the summary of Trump's Ukraine call had been placed in a separate system, normally reserved for highly classified information. And another headline getting attention involves the first apparent resignation since the whistleblower account emerged. Trump's special representative for Ukraine, Kurt Volker, reportedly stepped down on Friday. Volker was named in the whistleblower complaint. His resignation came just hours after he was subpoenaed by 3 congressional committees. It's not clear exactly why he stepped down.